Hello. How are you all? It's Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th. I don't know if any of you are superstitious or not. I have not typically been, and I'm not right now. In fact, I didn't even realize it until I was scrolling through Instagram sometime this morning and saw somebody was having some Friday the 13th sales. But anyways, it's Friday, and I'm very happy about that. It's been a busy week, and next week's going to be the same. It's always this way for me at the end of the year. Always. It never seems to be slow, which is a good thing. We have so many things happening. In fact, my crew is working this weekend, and we've all been working long hours, and it's great. It's great to be really busy. But the reward at the end of the tunnel is a long holiday shutdown that we offer each year for our employees so that we have the entire holiday week off. And I enjoy it too because it gives me time to also escape for a little bit. But hence why I have not been around the last couple of days. So I have lots of advents here. I have a little bag full of stuff. I haven't opened anything. When I get home at night, I just kind of make dinner and zone out and play with Sophie and hang out. Although last night I did cast on something new. I can show that to you guys. I needed something that was just simple, but I wanted a sweater. And I shouldn't say simple, but as a designer, usually when I'm knitting, it's a new design, and that it's a lot of work doing that. There's the prep work ahead of time, and then there's all of the work while you're working on the design. So there's a lot of note-taking, a lot of computer work, a lot of swatching, a lot of ripping, knitting and coming back. And so it's not, what do you call it? It's just not quiet knitting and what I call simple knitting, because I'm just reading a pattern and going, and it just goes by so fast. But anyhow, I cast on last night Caitlin Hunter's pattern Bergman, and there's just something about this. I like the shapes on it. I love that symmetrical shape, but then like the blocks too. And so I have had some yarn in my stash for a while that I had been wanting to use for a different colorwork sweater and decided to cast on for this one. So you can kind of see it's great pinks with deep dark gray. This gray is a fabulous British wool yarn that I used when I was designing for Making Stories back in 2019. And I had bought this color for myself because I was going to make the same sweater, my Unity cardigan, using that same yarn, but I never got around to it. And then I found these lovely pops of happiness from The Lamb and the Kid. This is Birdie, and then this is called their Teddy Base. So Pop Rocks and Tattersall. This kind of has a little bit of pink and orange in it. And so I'm holding these two together, and then this is my main color. These are my contrast colors. So I'm just getting started, but I'm super excited about this happy little piece of happiness. So that I cast it on last night, and then I really worked on it this morning while I was having coffee and catching up on 2 days worth of Vlogmas from various friends that I like to watch. That little bag of happiness is right next to me, but I think I'll just open up some Advents real quick and then talk to you about a few other things. Let's get into So Happy Jane. I should put these in the other order so that they're... I still didn't do that right today. Whatever. 11, 12, and 13. Got them. So let me put them in order for me to look at them and match the pictures. So day 11. Visiting Crater Lake means gazing into the deepest blue lake in the United States, surrounded by majestic volcanic peaks, a serene and awe-inspiring natural wonder. Crater Lake was just a few hours from where my sister and her family lived. And of all the years and all the times I went out there to visit, I never drove up there. So I have to go back just for that, even though they don't live there anymore. But I need to go see it. Oh, this is pretty. Look at that. So rich. I love it. All right, day 12. Visiting the San Juan Islands means whale watching, a chance to witness majestic orcas and other marine life in their natural habitat. Pretty, another place I haven't been to. All these great places to put on the bucket list. This is gorgeous. Really deep, rich blue with like just a hint of green. It's that little bit of, I call it teal. This is probably more, the Crater Lake's probably more of a teal green, where this is more of green on the bottom. Oh, those are really pretty. They play very well together. All right, and we have 13 today. Visiting the Cascade Mountains at sunset means witnessing a breathtaking display of colors as the sun dips below the horizon, casting a rosy glow on snow-capped peaks and lush forests. Good. Gorgeous, like navy blue with little hints of silver in it. Oh, I love them. Look how great these are together. This way. They play so well together. So different, but similar, but play good. So fun. All right. So that is So Happy Jane. Oh, we're having the bag of tricks here. I tried to gather everything together that I've opened so far. I'm also battling a cold. Came on, what night was that? Wednesday. Wednesday night. I had hosted book club that night, and which was so much fun. So let me take a little side. Let's go down a little alleyway here. Book club. We had a great time. I will pop a recipe in the notes for a white chicken chili that I made. I made a triple batch and it was gone. I couldn't believe it. They're like, this is so good. I'm like, great. I didn't even get any, which is okay. I had a small little bit there. I like scraped the bottom of the bowl. Sophie and I shared the very, very last little bit. She got some chicken out of there. But it was really good. But we had the author join us for about 25 minutes. And Liza Mundy, we had a chance to talk with her, ask her questions, hear a little bit more about what wasn't in the book as far as like how her interviews went, how she found some of these agents and analysts. And it was just really, really fun. So out of my group, I would say of those that showed up, half really liked it and half were like, it's just not my thing. If it would have been historical fiction instead of like a historical documentary type book, they probably would have liked it a little better. They needed more of a story than just like, here's all these things that happened. These are all these factual events that happened. Here's the stories that went along during all these events. I loved it. I downloaded her other book, Code Break Girls, I think it's called, that same night, Wednesday night too. I haven't started it yet, but I'm looking forward to starting that. But I like those I love historical fiction, but I love books that I'm learning something, and I learned a lot. And the end of it especially was very personable or personally affected me, I guess you could say, because it's about current times, which actually the current times, it's like almost 25 years ago now. It's, that talks about the events that led up into 9/11, and it talked about things that took place in the 90s. And I remember hearing about stuff like this, different events that they discussed in the book from when I was in high school and then when I was in college. And I graduated college in May of 2001. And so September 11th wasn't that far after I had just started working. And in fact, my very first trip to New York City was 9/10. 9/9. We flew in on 9/9. My boss was like, let's go in early so I can, take you to all of these places and see some different things. So 9/9 we did sightseeing and just kind of hung out. But then on 9/10 we had meetings with our ad agency, PR firm that was up there. I worked for GE at the time. And we did that. And once we wrapped up all of our meetings, it was 4:00 in the afternoon. Our flight wasn't until like 8:00 at night to head back to, I was living in Richmond, Virginia at the time. So we went to the top of the Empire State Building, and my former boss was a fabulous photographer. And so he took these great shots of me. And I have a image of me staring off into the distance because he would always like cue me on how to pose. And, but the towers are behind me. And it was the first time I had ever seen them, and the only time. So that all those events that took place during that time really, they affected so many of us in so many different ways. It was very interesting to me to hear all of these factual events and instances where the CIA women knew what was going to happen, or knew of something big going to be happening, and was warning everybody, and no one listened. So it's just so frustrating. Someday, I hope for our future generations, our next young fearful warrior women, people will start to listen to us. We know a little bit what's going on. But beyond all of that, let's get back to Advents. So anyways, book club was great. I ended up with a sore throat at the end of the night. I just thought it was just because we were talking and hanging out. But it's just kind of been lingering. So I have been like pumping the vitamin C, having the emergency, drinking the OJ, and doing all the things to ward this thing off because I still have another big couple of weeks ahead of me. So hopefully I can just keep it like this, and by Sunday I'll be feeling amazing. All right, let's open some stitch markers. Day 11. Oh, this is really pretty. So this is a progress keeper, and it's written on here, green and white agate. See that? Isn't that gorgeous? That's very fun. All right. Day 12. Ooh. Purdy. This is called Smoky Quartz. Can you kind of see the sparkle in that? It's faceted. It's really pretty. That would make a pretty little piece of jewelry too. And day 13, lucky 13. And wow, this is really neat too. Molten Fire Agate. I'm learning so many new things about different stones and gemstones in that. Very fun. So cool. Okay, let's do blue fern yarns. I'm going to do all 3 of them. We'll start with day 11. I kind of feels like Christmas right now. There's so many to open. Oh, wow. So this is 11. I love how she put the days on the ball bands too. So another very moody reds and purples, but definitely leading more towards the reds. And then we have day 12. With a little, oh nice, a little darning needle in here. We're heading back towards like deep, I don't know, shades of purpley, but deep burgundy, wine merlot. So pretty. Well, I'll read about it. So you can see them. I'm wearing my Pops cowl today. I think it's above 0 now, but it's been below 0 for most of the day. And we're supposed to get a winter storm here over the weekend, or I think tomorrow. Okay, so that's day 13. These are all similar, but different. But definitely similar. So at the top is 11, and then 12 and 13. That's pretty, though. Very fun. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay. Magpie. 11, 12, and 13. What are we going to have here? This is something different. It's a pretty little bag with, it's a stitch marker necklace. Oh, nice. look at that with a magpie feather. And then the moon theme for the box. Very pretty. So nice. So fun. Okay. Well, some more yarn. Another beautiful mini. Man, another one I want with a sweater quantity. Look at the greens. So pretty. So right next to me here, I have the other two that when I opened them, it was nighttime, so you didn't get to see them very well. So that's what they look like. And then here's what today. So they do such a great job. I love their yarn. I just love their base too. It's just so buttery. Buttery, buttery, buttery. Ooh, and here's some more. Let's see here. Oh, now we have blues. Okay, I'm catching on to the theme now. So gray bases, but then like pops of different colors. So like a red and then greens with a little bit of blue. And then this one has blues in it. I gotta find all my other ones for Magpie Fibers so I can put them all together. I lost, I don't know. I put it in a place I'd never forget. The full skein. So it's around somewhere. Between home and work, it can't be too far. So, okay. So that's all the admins for today. Very fun. I opened everything. So I won't be opening it until tomorrow. But see, this is my popsicle. I love it. It's just a simple cable cowl. There's a matching hat too. This one I have used worsted weight yarn and then I held mohair with it. So it's super warm. So it's keeping me nice and toasty. And then I wanted to show you. So I still haven't seamed this bad boy together. But I brought it out to work because I figured after hours, it might be easier to do because I have a big work table here in my office that it might be easier to do it here. But, oh, this is just so pretty. I just love this gingham. I don't know if you can really see the sparkles in here, but it's so yummy. So I need to do a little twist and seam, graft. And then I did make one of these up. I have an amazing sample knitter who I gave her some Surrey mohair that I had and had her knit one up using that for me in some fun colors. So this is like ultra cozy. I have been wanting to wear it, but I haven't because I would need to take pictures yet. But if you can see, it's like, I call it, this is like total Christmassy dream to me. Pink, mint green, and gray. And I used some stash that I had from House of a la Mode that is all in here to make this up. And it's a brushed Surrey, excuse me. So super excited about this. But yeah, I need to get pictures so I can start to wear it because it's just perfect, cozy, and warm. Anyways, I get back to work. I still have a few more hours here at the office. And then I can call it a weekend. So looking forward to that. I'm going to throw in some scenes here afterwards of the last few days. Mornings, book club night, and I'll pop in a recipe for you all, and then also some pattern information too. So that's about it. It's early here yet, but have a great rest of your Friday. I hope you have wonderful evenings. I hope you do something fun for you. And at least for like 5-10 minutes out of the night, if you can't. I have fuzzies from this. But enjoy your Friday, and I will be back at you tomorrow. Finally, we'll get back on track. So, great day, everyone. Have a happy weekend. Made a yummy chicken chili this morning. White chicken chili. I'll share the recipe, but this is for book club tonight, so it is slow cooking while I head off to work for the day. We got a little bit of snow flurries last night, so there's just a little bit of dusting on the ground yet. But the temps are just a drop-in. Tonight it's supposed to get down to -1 Fahrenheit. Which is always fun. Sophie, say hi. Look at Mama. Hey. Hi, baby girl. Just dropped Sophie off, and it's a balmy -3. Awesome. This is my little coffee joint. There's a little bit of a line today, but it's too cold. I'm gonna splurge. So the other thing at this coffee shop is they always do these fun little specials depending on the time of the year. But I'm always a creature of habit. But I don't know. Let me know. Should I try one of these next week? Or maybe this weekend? I have to work this weekend. So maybe. Let me know. All ready to go to work today. We're in our parking garage where it's 64 degrees. And we'll see what it drops to when we get outside, because it says severe weather warning on our phones. Well, just -2. Not too bad. But that's pretty cold for December. This is like January weather. Oh well. There's no snow on the ground, so at least it's clean outside. See,